What's going on, guys? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and today let's talk about four players that I do not want to see the Colts draft in the first round. Now, before we get into it, if you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 4,000 subscribers before the start of the upcoming season, so if you could help me get there, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, click the bell icon. That way you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack that like button, leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. So we're 2 days from the NFL draft, which is absolutely wild. I'm very, very excited for Thursday. And what I wanted to do today, before I do my final mock draft, which will come out tomorrow, is I wanted to talk about some players that I just simply would not draft in the first round, and I would explain why. Now, it's not because these guys aren't talented. Clearly, they're very talented. They're going in the first round for a reason. But I do have some reasons why I simply wouldn't draft them. And I know there's going to be quite a bit of you that will disagree with some of my opinions, and that's perfectly fine. I'm cool with it. But I'm going to explain why, then we'll go from there. So, with that being said, I'm going to start with the one that I think is the least controversial, building up to the one that I believe is the most controversial. So, starting with the least controversial, A.D. Mitchell. So, if the Colts were going to draft A.D. Mitchell, that would be because they end up trading back to like the mid 20s. They're not going to take A.D. Mitchell at pick 15. It's not going to happen. So they would trade back if there was going to be a possibility of A.D. Mitchell being drafted by the Colts. One reason why I simply wouldn't draft A.D. Mitchell is simply because I think there's receivers that will be available in round two that are about as talented as A.D. Mitchell, if not more talented than A.D. Mitchell. I don't think A.D. Mitchell is a must draft in the first round. I don't think he's a must draft in the first round type of guy. But another reason why I just simply wouldn't draft A.D. Mitchell is because he does take plays off sometimes, which to me, that's a major red flag. If you're going to take plays off as a receiver, I don't really want you on my team. Yeah, you're not going to get the ball consistently. Yeah, you may not be targeted on some plays. You know what? There could be some play designs being used where you're not even a target. But I still want you to go all in on that play, right? Because that's going to help the team. So if you're going to take plays off, to me, that's a red flag. Because of that, and then again, because also there's receivers as talented as A.D. Mitchell that's going to be available by pick 46. I simply wouldn't draft A.D. Mitchell. And if you were going to take a receiver in the first round after trading back, I would rather go with Xavier Worthy than A.D. Mitchell. But that's just my opinion on that one. All right, let's move on to the next guy, and that's going to be Tyrion Arnold, cornerback from Alabama. So, the main reason why I'm not taking Arnold with our first round pick is because I wouldn't go corner with our first round pick. And I know a lot of Colts fans want us to go corner with our first round pick, and I understand that, right? Like our secondary does have issues. However, I don't think it's because we have terrible starters. Kenny Moore had a bounce back season. Juju Brents showed that he's very capable of being a starter. And Dallas Flowers played very well before he got hurt. It was more because of depth. That's where it began to hurt us. However, when our starters were out there, they played good football. So I'm not using a first round pick on a corner. If we were going to look for somebody that could start right away week one, I would have either traded for a corner or I would have signed a corner in free agency. I would rather draft a corner in round three, round four, just not in round one. So I'm not taking Tyrion Arnold because of that. And same thing with Quentin Mitchell. That's my third guy we're going to talk about. I know a lot of Colts fans really want him. I know some people have him mocked to the Colts. I think some people think that the Colts are going to trade back to get a corner. Again, I'm not drafting a corner in the first round. I just don't think we need to do that. I would rather address other positions of need and then go after a guy in the third round or the fourth round. I'm just not bringing in a guy round one that is a corner. Again, I'm cool with Dallas Flowers starting. I'm cool with Juju Brent starting. I'm cool with Kenny Moore starting. I'm fine with that. I don't think we need to draft another corner to start day one. To me, it's just not something that I would do. So that is why I'm not taking Tyrion Arnold or Quentin Mitchell. So with that being said, let's move on to our final player. This one, I know a lot of Colts fans are not going to like. I would not draft Brock Bowers. I get it. Brock Bowers, very, very talented. Very good offensive weapon. I get it. But here's the thing. Why do we need another tight end? Why do we need another tight end on this team? We have like 28. Why do we need another? We got Jelani Woods coming back. Everybody loved Jelani Woods and was so excited to see what he could do. Why not let him be the starter and let him show what he can do as the full-time starter? I don't know. He didn't get to do that last year. Now he's going to be able to do it this year with Anthony Richardson. So why not let him be the guy? Kylan Granson, good route runner. I like Kylan Granson. I like him quite a bit. Not as a starter, but I think as a number two, I'm cool with it. You have Will Mallory, who I thought showed a lot of promise, did some good things. I like Will Mallory. You got Drew Ogletree, who's coming back now. Everything got dropped. He's good to go. He showed a lot of flashes this past season. I mean, you still have Mo Alley Cox. I mean, as a fifth tight end, that's not the worst that you could have. So, like, why do we need Brock Bowers? I don't really understand the point. Tight end is not a need. We don't need to address tight end. I get it. You can have him out there with Jelani Woods. I get that. But we do not need to address tight end. I don't think that's what we should do. If you're going to bring in another pass catcher, give me a really fast guy like Xavier Worthy, or give me a guy like Xavier Legette, or give me a guy like Corley, or just name all these other receivers that can go out there and help us, okay? We don't need a number one receiver. That's Pittman. Josh Downs is our number two receiver, okay? Like, yeah, Brock Bowers, very good. We don't need another tight end. I just think it's really dumb that people want a tight end after complaining, why are we taking tight ends? Why do we need another tight end? Look, it's dumb. Stop it. We don't need Brock Bowers, okay? Very talented. And look, I'll say this too. I think there's a chance he's going to be drafted by the Colts. And if he is, I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to say, what are you doing? Look, he's a very talented tight end. I just don't think we need to address tight end. I think we need to address other positions. Edge, receiver. I would go corner before I'd go tight end. I'd go safety before I'd go tight end. I mean, there's multiple positions I would go with before I would go with tight end. Yes, Brock Bowers, very, very talented. We don't need Brock Bowers. We got Jelani Woods. Why not give Jelani Woods the keys and let him be the number one tight end? And again, I get it. You can have both out at the same time. I understand that. I just don't think we need Brock Bowers. And I feel like I'm one of the few that doesn't think we need Brock Bowers. I mean, yeah, there was a time where I was like, yeah, sure, I would take Brock Bowers. But really, when you think about it, what's the point? Yeah, he's a really good pass catcher. You can get that in the first and second round. You don't need Brock Bowers. So, I don't know. It's just me. We're going to find out in 2 days what the Colts are going to do. And there's a very good chance he does end up going to Indianapolis. But I think that requires a trade up, personally. We'll find out. That's going to do it, though. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon. That way you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like the video, smack the like button. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt, Bleed Blue, and we're going to see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other two videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.